taken down. Back across midfield, just across midfield at the 49. Everson Griffin able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. 3-0 after one on EA Sports.
Go now. 90 Wolf.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Hey, Delta.
Hey, watch it. Watch it.
Go.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, his second touchdown on the season. And the Giants have taken the lead. Rosas good with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And last time able to get 3. That's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Cousins gives way to Cook. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. 5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Cousins on 1st down. And this is Cook with a grab. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Back to the ground, Cook. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 35.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, That'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Well, another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Doesn't get there. Hits the crossbar, bounces back out. He had it online, but it comes up about a rotation short. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. Flushed out right. It's hauled in by Shepard. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Now Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Here's Jones on first down. Open target here, Darius Slayton. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. First, go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Throwing on 2nd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. Jones on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half. Does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the veteran Antoine Bethea. And to the 40-yard line, that's where the return stops.
You're trailing, you're trying to get points late in half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with.
Hey.
Banjo.
Say go.
On 1st and 10, Jones is going to fire one. Man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
On the double.
55. Hey, eat. Watch the run.
Down.
They'll try and run for him with Barkley. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley as the first half is winding down. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And the lead is now 17-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my linemen out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook.
Cousins pass complete to Dalvin Cook. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now Cousins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. This time they stay on the ground. Go for the first down and much more. And finally down at the 41-yard line. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Cousins. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. They get 14 there. First down, Vikings.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, you can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
It's the linebacker, Brandon Marshall, there on the tackle.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
Again, it's Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Yellow, yellow, yellow.
3rd and short yardage, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 19.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
From the red zone now, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, Cousins. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Mike Boone, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense getting the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check right, check right. Hey, Haywood! Now! Shoot!
2nd and 5. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw.
Jones, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Everson Griffin getting him once again his third sack of the afternoon. Here's Riley Dixon now as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down at about the 3-yard line.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use some. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. He's got his man. It's Williams. They get 9 there, and in the process escaping their end zone, picking up a first down. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's the Vikings in possession of the football, but they need some points. They're trailing here to start the 4th. They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Rudolph on the receiving end from Cousins. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. 13 yards as the Vikings pick up the first down. Kirk Cousins last year started all 16 games, but only led the Vikes to just 1 fourth-quarter comeback like he's trying to do here. On first down, Cook. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the 37-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
One. Switch. Zebra. Buzz.
Marks 56. Exit.
Throwing is Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 44-yard line.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
2nd and 6. At the 41-yard line.
Let's get this ball back.
Two. Listen to me. Gun. Hey, two.
From the 41, Cousins over the middle here to Rudolph. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
Check. Hey, switch gears.
Line out.
They'll run on first down. It's Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Gun.
Heavy on the edges. Check.
Black.
They run it again with Cook. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Dalvin Cook, his 5th touchdown now on the year. As they can now even this game here in the fourth quarter with the extra point. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
From the 27, Jones. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
Always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
A tremendous play there from Saquon Barkley. 55 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now Saquon Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie. On second down, here's Barkley. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
I'm here all day.
On third down, Barkley. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. Have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
Is good. And with a little over a minute to play, they have taken the lead. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the fourth, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they managed the clock exactly right.
High.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
Hey, wahoo!
Check, 47. I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Here's Cousins. That's complete to Williams out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down. They'll look to throw. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a first down. That's what they need right now. Get the first down, get out of bounds, stop the clock.
Just playing smart football, understanding the situation, making the plays necessary, and making sure that clock stops at every opportunity.
54 Mike.
Get that! Hey, receiver!
Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, exit!
I'm coming. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Wide!
Check.
Hey, one set! Check Mike 54.
Back to throw.
You got one.
And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Cousins. And Diggs has it. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 22-yard line. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
You draw Parker. Gun.
That's me.
Black.
Mike 47.
Now Cousins. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. So Cousins heads to the Vikings sideline, and on is Dan Bailey to try the field goal. This to potentially send us to overtime. Bailey's kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds, and now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get in field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk-reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Danielle Hunter picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Ready to break.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a Giant first down. He continues to be effective running the football, a big reason that they have the lead.
And I love one of the quotes that I read about him where he said of himself, I love it when a team just hops on my back and I just carry them along.
And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
Go to 50, slant.
Check 13. Check 9.
On second down, Barber. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for the Giants, it took a while, but they finally get that first win after 4 straight losses. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Vikings, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.